where
a couple of All right, it's 7:30 on this Thursday night, aka Friday Eve. That means it's time to find out if you like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we are talking about in-demand inconveniences, office hookups, time capsules, Toy Story, dance moves, and more. And dance moves are not my strong suit whatsoever. But before we dive into it, I want to hear from you. I want you to join us live, and there are a lot of different ways that you can do it. We're streaming. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave some comments in the chat. We'll read those coming up in just a little bit. If you're watching on the Fox local app on your connected TV, just make it a two-screen experience. Grab your phone, scan one of those two QR codes on the screen, or just punch in that meeting ID into Zoom, 892-0982-4674. It will bring you right into the Zoom room. Jim will let you in. Cameras on, mics off, we'll call on you, and you can share your hot takes on any of the stories we talk about tonight. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or Fox Local on your phone, and you can't scan the QR code, I have a link to the Zoom room posted on my Instagram page. It's pinned to the top. That's Fox5 Producer Chris. Fox5 Producer Chris on TikTok as well. That's where we're streaming behind the scenes. Also, Fox 5 DC's Instagram page. We have our own broadcast channel. That's where we post some stories every now and then, but we also have a link to the Zoom room there as well. We'll check in with all our virtual co-hosts in just a minute. First, though, we have to say hello to my in-studio one, making his Do You Like It or Not debut. Please welcome Lit 106 Morning Experience host Marquise Lupton, joining us now live. Marquise, excuse me. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about the morning experience.
Well, the morning experience is your perfect combination of entertainment and information. So we, boom, squeeze it together and give you infotainment. At the beginning, you get a bunch of news stuff, and then on the back end, you get some entertainment.
Yeah, a lot like Fox 5. We inform and entertain along the way, 6 to 10 a.m., I believe?
Yes, right. Indeed.
Lit 106. And you know, I was just saying last night, because we had Jason Miller, who just launched his new Friendship and Flow show on Lit 106 today for that afternoon drive. I was saying Lit 106 has their fingerprints all over Fox 5 at this point, because we have Khadijah Corey. And I see a couple faces in the Zoom room tonight as well who have some ties to Lit 106 as well. Plus Autumn Joy. I mean, she's been a mainstay here forever. So I'm glad to have you joining the rotation now as well. I also dig the bow tie.
Thank you.
I went a little more cash.
Well, you know, I had to represent for the quarter zip brothers out there.
Quarter zip, yeah, exactly. It's right on trend, sir. Right on trend. All right, you ready to dive right in?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Most people associate inconveniences with a negative experience. We know that. But nowadays, people are literally paying for the luxury. For example, the analog resurgence we have talked a lot about, people trying to like unplug, disconnect a little bit, but they're literally paying to do that. People are finding ways to avoid technology, which has made life more convenient and accessible. As a result, more brands and companies are finding ways to turn what used to be everyday life inconveniences into premium paid experiences. So, paying for an inconvenience, things that we used to just have to deal with, now we want to pay to re-experience. Do you like that or not?
I love it. We are in the upside down now.
Yeah.
we are. You know, what used to be isn't anymore, and what isn't is now. So I mean, hey, I appreciate it. Let's do more of it. Unplug.
I respect the people who have figured out how to market this in a way of like, come to this retreat and we'll take your phone away from you. It's capitalizing on it's seemingly capitalizing on people's inability to kind of self-regulate or take any sort of like responsibility or self-control. You could just put that phone down. You don't need to pay someone to turn it into a brick for you.
I mean, can we though? Can we put our phones
Maybe
down?
not. Christina and Eddie are in the Zoom room tonight. Our Lit 106 superstars. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, family.
What's up?
How are you? Hey, yeah, so I love the marketing. I think it's genius. What I don't like is trying to charge me for something that we should be doing anyway. I think it's genius, though. You know, create a new business, new service out of it. I'm all about that, but don't like the fact that you're going to try to charge me for it. No extra. No, I don't want to pay extra for that.
No, I don't want to pay you for inconvenience. No, I can do that myself for free.
You can do that for yourself for free if you have the self-control. Jason and Tina Marie joining us once again in the Zoom room, manifesting the ideal relationship.
Manifest a joy-filled relationship.
Manifest a joy-filled relationship. Okay, this idea of paying for what used to be an inconvenience. Do you like it or not? And is there any you could think of that you would be willing to pay for?
No, there's none. No, I don't want pain. I'm forward thinking, right? So if we've done that before and we've progressed on to something else, I'm forward thinking. I want to go ahead and go the way the technology is. I don't want to go back and then going to have to pay for it? That makes absolutely no sense to me.
So I know as relationship coaches, that's one of the things we have a problem with. People don't want to take accountability, right? So this is another way for them to say, hey, make me do what I need to do anyway. So, and people are willing to be led. I think that's the thing. I'm agreeing with Christina. It's genius. It's genius if we can find ways to get people's money for when they don't have self-control or they're not willing to go the extra mile to do what they need to do, right? Self-regulate, as you said. So I would definitely not. I like convenience.
Oh, I love
all
convenience.
the time.
Yep.
I would, and I'm not paying for inconvenience. So if you inconvenience me, I'm not paying for the convenience that I was supposed to get in the first place.
Okay.
So
Listen, I'm 100% right there with you. But Allison, has this become like sort of a new flex, a new way of like kind of showing a luxury? You're willing to pay for something that people used to just take for granted?
Yeah, because I think with the marketing, they try to actually show you what you think that you need and like
oh, we're going to do this, so pay for it, and it's going to be better for you in the long run. So it's actually kind of like a psychological marketing manipulation is what it looks like, and it happens quite a bit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair as well. David's in the Zoom room tonight. David, I'm curious. This seems to speak to two things. I may just be kind of projecting on you, but on the one hand, you've got, why am I going to spend money for something that I don't need to? But on the other hand, you've got this sort of throwback way of living that's not our AI overlords.
I'm not sure how you're making that a condition throwback kind of living. But on a related note, Chris, I want to announce to all you and all your viewers that I am selling annual passes to cross the 395 bridge, the 14th Street Bridge, $100 per year. I'll sell you the tickets. And for the Key Bridge up across Georgetown, $150 a year. Free. You get, with that $150 a year, you get access all year round across that bridge. Okay?
Yeah, I mean that's a major inconvenience for a lot of people is the traffic around here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but if you don't know it already, those bridges are free.
Yeah, exactly. But
I
that's
will
my
charge you
point.
$150,
It feels like it's then like a luxury. It feels like it's an elite, exclusive experience, and I think that's what people want to pay for more than anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just me. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, speaking of the past and the future colliding, I don't know if you saw this earlier today. A new trailer for Toy Story 5 dropped, and it may make you feel old. Take a look.
Jesse, hello?
Is it as bad out there for toys as they say it is?
We're finding more abandoned toys each day.
We're down! Tech's invaded our house, too.
I don't know, Jesse. Toys are for play, but tech is for everything.
I'm losing Bonnie to this device.
You got a friend in me. Woody! Came here as fast as I could.
Why are you wearing a dress, Woody?
It's called a poncho, Forky. Whoa!
Someone needs a brown marker.
Halt! Who goes there? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I come in peace.
It's been too long, cowboy.
What are you, some sort of old man toy?
What?
She thinks you're old because you're bald, Woody.
They did Woody dirty. Balding. A toy balding. So that was okay, for the record, the first Toy Story hit theaters in 1995, aka 31 years ago. So toys and tech, first of all, the balding thing, that's a low blow that hit a little too close to home for some of us who grew up on this franchise. Yes. I don't know if that's just me. But this idea of toys and tech coexisting, can it be done?
Yes, it can be done, but it has to be done responsibly. Like, you just can't give your kid the tech and be like, going ahead and do what you do. You can't even do that with adults. You can't give adults tech and say,
clearly,
go ahead and do what you do. But tech with limits, that is always the sweet spot. And you have to usher in your kids into this new age. Like, you can't have them be, dinosaurs playing with Transformers and everything, and every other kid is, they're tech savvy, and your kid is still, even though that's a good thing.
I was kind of hoping that we could, though. Because, like I said, there is this movement towards a more analog 1990s lifestyle.
I would appreciate a nice little mix
of both.
Yeah.
Christina and Eddie, the old school toys and the tech coinciding. Do you like this or not?
I like it. I myself and my brother, we have a podcast. It's throwbacks to the 80s and 90s. Me and Eddie have a new show coming out that's all about 90s and 2000 throwbacks. And yeah, I think a little bit of nostalgia is cool, and then also a nod to embracing tech. I think you could do both. I like it. I don't like that they did Woody dirty though with the ball.
Yeah, they did Woody dirty with the ball spot, but toys and techs, I don't think they can match. I don't think kids want to play with toys once they see some technology stuff, and they be like, nah, I'm doing this. It's already with the video games. We got video games. You don't want to play with hand toys, so nah, I don't think this is going to be a good mix. I think someone's going to get left behind, and it's not going to be tech.
Yeah. David, I know we have talked about some of those screen time limits and how challenging that can be. Does this hit a little close to home?
I think it's all right, Chris. I think it's, you gotta introduce people to new stuff sooner or later, and things have to evolve. You know, I'm tired of seeing The Simpsons on for 35 years and they haven't aged a day. You know, so things need to be refreshed from time to time. You can't just stick with the old comfortable thing. You know.
I mean, you say that, and yet here I am watching the same 8 seasons of The Simpsons from 30 years ago, rather than bothering to watch the latest 25 years worth of episodes. Jason and Tina Marie, I'll give you final say. This idea of tech and toys and Woody kind of coming, kicking and screaming into the modern age. Do we like it or not?
Grandpa Woody, man, that hurts.
Yeah, this makes me feel old. I'm going to have to take my kids to go see it. I was like, wow, Toy Story 5. That's amazing. But I like the mixture. We have great nieces and nephews, and they came over to play, and I brought out the toys, and nobody wanted to play with them.
She brought out puzzles and hand toys. Nobody wanted that. They wanted their electronics.
They were like, can I play with my iPad now? So I think it should be a mixture. I think it gives us a good sense of balance. I think balance is a necessity.
Electronic is good for children if it's age appropriate. The problem I have with it is they just give the kids the tech, and it's open to them, and they can do any and everything. That's where I have a problem. But if it's age appropriate, I think it'll be great for the kids.
Yeah, that screen babysitter.
Poor Woody.
My daughter's dollhouse. Still in the box from 3 years ago. It's still in the box.
Oh, man.
Because she's like tech, you know, and
we have a 6-week-old at home, and this is one of my biggest fears at this point. All right, we have all heard the age-old advice to dress for the job you want. However, some experts say employees may need to start dressing for the job they want to keep. Business Insider says amid layoffs, the AI takeover, and return to office mandates, more and more people are dressing more carefully to project competence. They add that in periods of uncertainty, clothing is less about comfort and self-expression and more about job security. Some experts even say that the nearly 3-decade era of business casual could be coming to an end. So, no more business casual. Do you like it or not?
I hate it. I came up in the realm of business casual. Like our generation used to go to the club in business casual. So like business casual, that's like the sweet spot. And to take that away, it's just like, okay, so now we're just completely business, which is okay, and I understand you have to dress for the job that you want to keep. Totally understand that, but I mean, it kind of takes away from the individuality.
Does dressing less business casual project more competency, in your opinion?
I think it does. It's that social equity kind of thing. Like you walk into a room and you have on that tailored suit. You know, people they're going to treat you differently than if you come in there with a t-shirt on.
This. He means this.
Shout out to the quarter zip bros.
This hits close to home. This hits hard for me. Allison, the idea of the end of the business casual era, do you like it or not?
I wouldn't say end it, but I do say that you get a different respect when you dress up. Like if you put a suit on or a dress on or heels, it gives more confidence, and people might have more respect for you or might take you a little bit more seriously, or they may feel that you're even more educated, which people should not judge you that way, but that is the way that it goes sometimes.
Yeah, David, Mark Twain has a quote that says, "Clothes make the man. Naked people have little or no influence in society."
That's a great. I love my Mark Twain quotes. They're great. And I'm sorry, I forgot your co-host's name there, but bow ties. That's never been in an argument with a guy with a bow tie. So I like to see that. And I got mixed feelings on the question because what I'd like to see is I'd like to rewind the clock about 60 years when everyone wore suits and hats and stuff and everyone looked formal and cool. But what I feel like is I like wearing my sweats and a hoodie, and it just feels comfortable walking around in that,
Well, yeah, I 100% understand that. I understand that for different work circumstances. This is Marquise, by the way. Marquise Lupton from the Morning Experience,
yes,
Lit 106. All right, so here's the thing, and this is the thing that always kind of drives me nuts because I tend to dress more casually here at work. I was behind the scenes for years and years and years and woke up in the middle of the night. I wasn't putting on a suit at 1 a.m. when that was my alarm clock going off. On the other hand, I understand entirely why a lot of on-air people tend to wear suits. It does project that era of level of credibility type of a thing. However, I would also argue there are plenty of people out there wearing ill-fitting suits, weird suits that I know plenty of people who can wear their streetwear and look more presentable and more dressed up. Jason and Tina Marie, the end of business casual, do you like it or not?
I think when you dress better, you feel better. And sometimes when we're dressed in our casual clothes that we wear every day or business casual, sometimes we kind of act casual. And I think business attire makes you act more business. I think it goes hand in hand. I think we need to dress for the occasion and then dress casual when it's casual.
I say the same thing. We dress for the occasion, but I do like dressing because I am treated better. I have better conversations with people. People stop me all the time, and we may, strike up a conversation. Hey, what do? You this or that or whatever. So I like dressing because
it projects a certain image.
It does project, and also I get a lot of breaks. People put me at the front of the line, move me to the front row.
That's true.
I just walk in. I guess I just have presence, and I go with it. So
your dress makes a difference.
I think the way I dress and the way I carry myself when I'm dressed, it gets me indoors that I wouldn't normally get into.
Okay, well, I hear you guys loud and clear. The shirt is getting tucked in. More buttons buttoned. All right, speaking of work, Bustle says office hookups are a thing again. I'm not saying it, they're saying it. The website says post-Me Too, people got a lot more cautious about mixing business and pleasure. Then COVID hit, people didn't interact in person as much, but now they say workplace relationships have rebounded, aided in part by Zoom calls and flirty Slack messages. Office hookups, do you like this or not?
I actually hate it. I'm not a fan of office hookups. Because then what happens after the hookup is done? Does somebody have to quit? Does somebody have to transfer to another department? It just convolutes things so much. So I'm not a fan of it.
He says no.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Christina and Eddie, married for 25 years. You guys are co-workers and theoretically...
So we're married for 26 years now, Chris. As of yesterday, yes. And no, we don't think you should be hooking up with your coworkers. I agree with Marquise. What happens when the relationship goes south? Things get really awkward. Things get not so professional anymore. It becomes messy.
See, I don't like it, but love is love. You found someone that, it's not easy just picking someone I love. So you found love at the workplace. It could last for 50 years. Who knows? Hey, but right now, I like my office hookup. So I have no complaints. But if you find love, you find love.
We're lucky. We get to work together.
Yeah, stop talking, Freddie. They'll pull
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Friday Eve, and thank you to everyone for your patience while we dealt with some technical difficulties. I joke all the time that we find a million new ways to mess things up back here every now and then. So thank you to everyone for your patience, and hopefully we are back in business alongside Marquise Lupton from Lit 106. You can catch him on the Morning Experience, 6 to 10 a.m. weekdays. All right, so we talked about feeling a little old earlier already. Let's talk about a milestone birthday now. America celebrating 250 years in 2026. And some local leaders want to celebrate with a gift for Americans 250 years from now. They're talking about a time capsule. The U.S. Commission of Fine Art met today to discuss putting one at the base of the Washington Monument. The exterior of the stainless steel time capsule contains instructions to reopen it on July 4th, 2276, which will be America's 500th birthday. It would be a twin time capsule to one that is buried in London under a restored statue of George Washington. So, do you like the idea of a time capsule, A? And B, what do you think should go in it?
Oh, love the idea of a time capsule. When I was a Boy Scout, we used to do that all the time. We wouldn't wait like 250 years,
Right.
obviously. We would do like 6 months, you know. But if I had to choose what I would put in a time capsule, I would do Jay-Z Blueprint 2.
Oh.
I would do the 2008 inauguration of Barack Obama. And of course, I would put the video of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Because you know you have to.
I like this guy.
You have to revisit
Nick
greatness.
Foles, baby, exactly. There you go. Put in the Philly special.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
agree. Oh man, I knew I liked this guy. Absolutely. Christina and Eddie, do you like the idea of a time capsule, and what would you like to see put in it?
I like time capsule, but this is what I will put. I will put Jay-Z album Reasonable Doubt.
Yes.
The hottest class he ever had, right? I will put in pictures of the New York Giants 4 Super Bowl rings, right? And the 2008 Barack Obama election. You can throw that in there too.
Okay.
I concur.
You concur on all of
And some pictures of Christina and Eddie from Lit 106, Marquise, all the Lit 106 crew.
Yeah,
exactly.
that too. But yeah, 4 Super Bowl rings.
4 Super Bowl rings. None from this, you know. Jason and Tina Marie, what would you like to see in the time capsule?
I would like to see the switch when Chris went from open collar and shirt out, and then when we took a commercial break and came back, he
that's
had on
got
a
to go in the
jacket.
time
That
capsule.
has to go in the time capsule. He came back with suit jacket.
Adjusted at the moment. I mean, I love that.
Along with Jason and Tina Marie, like Eddie said, with some pictures of us, right? Fun times.
No question.
How about you, Jason?
Yeah. Let me see. What would I don't know what I would put in there. Gosh, it's man. I'm at a loss for this one.
My best toy. How about that? My best electronic toy.
Oh, you know what? My favorite artist is James Brown, so I would have to go with a James Brown, right?
Okay.
It's not from it's classic. It never goes. Everybody's still sampling his music anyway, so
No question.
I'll put and they may be doing it in further on.
You know what go along with that? A videotape of how to do stepping, because James Brown's with the stepping, classic Chicago style.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, bring a little Chicago style. Not many Super Bowl rings, but we definitely capitalized on stepping.
David, what would you like? What would encapsulate 2026 in America? What would you want to put in that time capsule? Or 2026 in David's life?
A pair of skis.
Pair of skis.
Get some skis in there.
Get some ski gear. Okay, fair enough. That's very Denver, Colorado area of you. Allison, how about you? What would you want to see in a time capsule?
Would just put like the number to the mental health hotline in the time capsule, just to remind people to make sure that we keep our mental health in check, and this is the time that people have needed it the most.
Yeah, that's for sure. I was even thinking just like a smartphone or an iPad or a tablet. Any of the... Freddie, how about you? Freddie showing the arms again.
Yeah, that's what I got. I got the muscle right here.
Freddie, what do you want to see in the time capsule?
You know what I want to see in the time capsule? I want to bring back the old Foxfire reporters back there in 2021.
Okay.
I want to see them. I want to see the old past ones.
The old Fox 5 team in the time capsule.
It's a big capsule.
For 250 years from now. We'll have to see. All right, guys. Ace is the place for helpful hardware folks. We've heard that before,
Yes,
right?
we have.
And apparently Pi as well. Not sure if you saw this. It went viral on TikTok. Brad Brady posted about his review of a strawberry rhubarb pie that he bought at his local hardware store. He gave it an appearance. He gave its appearance a 2 out of 10. But he said when it came to the taste, it was one of the best he had ever had. Most of the comments section, though, was shocked to learn that they can get pastries and power tools at the same spot. So, Marquise, hardware pie, do you like this idea or not?
I love this idea. Like I said, we are in the upside down, and our businesses are going to have to offer some more. You know, so if you go to the barbershop, you know what? Why not get an oil change as well? You know, if you go to Walmart, why not get your hair done there as well, which you actually can in some Walmart. So you know, Ace is finding another niche market that they can tap into, and you know what? People that use power tools eat.
Yeah, no question. Jason and Tina Marie, what I actually really like about this is the idea of that it like really sells that sort of like local hometown Main Street hardware store.
I love it.
That may have been where they were going back to, right?
Yeah.
Ace is the place for your helpful hardware man, and now we have apple pie that make you feel right at home. Yeah, it gives a new meaning to diversification, right?
No question about that.
I love the fact that you can shop with power tools and then come home with some pastries or something like that. That is just like great. In the middle of a job, man, you don't have to stop off for lunch or anything.
That's true. That's very true. You need a reward for after all of that hard work. Allison, how do you think Patti LaBelle would feel about this, though?
Oh, she'd be like, if only you knew. That's what she would say. She would love it. She would love it. I love it. Get any food anywhere as long as it tastes good.
Allison, we love you. Final 20 seconds. How was your dance class last night?
I loved it. I danced too hard. My foot is very swollen, but I don't care. I had the best time ever, and I'm going back in 2 weeks.
We had a whole story about the most attractive male dancing and how science had put together this like 3D rendering of what it was. And I promise you, I would have embarrassed the hell out of myself if we had shown it. Thank you, Marquise, for showing up here. Thank you.
Pleasure.
People can catch you tomorrow on the Take It 2.
Yes.
Right here at Fox 5. But tell everyone how they can listen in on Lit 106.
Well, you can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Lit 106. We are bringing you the entertainment, we are bringing you the information, and we're squeezing it, boom, together and giving you that infotainment on WLIT 106. That's the morning experience with myself, Marquise Lupton, and you can follow me at Dat News Guy, DAT News Guy.
All right, Fox 5 News at 8 next. Awesome.